And this is my assistant Parker. We will be making empanadas. They are pies filled with meat or vegetables. They are also sometimes filled with fruit. This recipe consists of 2 pounds of ground sirloin, 1 whole yellow onion, 3 cloves of minced garlic, salt and pepper to taste, and tomato sauce. Pour a dash of olive oil in a frying pan, and then you move it around to get it all covered. And then you pour in 1 whole yellow onion diced. And then you saute. Next, you take garlic, and then you pour it in while you saute. I just hear it sizzle. You do not want it to be too brown. Just warm enough and just a little bit darker than when you put it in. And this is my dad who is supervising us. And if you make this, you will always need adult supervision. And now you add a pinch of salt. And a dash of pepper. Just for taste. And now here comes the carne, otherwise known as meat.
Where do we get this empanada recipe, Ari?
We got this empanada recipe from my Aunt Clara. She was born in Argentina. And now it's time for the tomato sauce. You're only supposed to add a little bit in at a time.
A little bit more. You can put a little more in.
A little bit more.
Okay, a little more. Okay, good.
Thank you, Parker.
And now stir that in. Why don't we go ahead and add the rest of it, okay?
Thank you so much, Parker. You're welcome. And now it's time to make the actual empanadas. You need to take a Goya discos, and you lay it down flat on a cutting board. You take about 1½ teaspoons of meat and put it in the center. And then you put on a little bit of green olives with some red pepper. Then you put on a little bit of water. Now only on half of the empanada though. To keep it sticky. Then you fold it in half. And you take a fork to seal it up. And then you transfer it onto a cookie sheet. A little bit more. Parker, could you please pass the olives?
Yes.
Thank you. Remember to use sliced green olives. You don't want whole. Then you put water on half of it
And you use the water for what?
to keep it, to help seal it. And you remember, always you want to fold away from you. And when you fold, make sure there's like no olives or meat or pepper in the way when you seal to break it. And then you seal it with a fork.
Oh, it makes a nice pretty design on it.
Yes, it does. That's what they do when you're at a restaurant, I think. Right now I'm putting on the egg glaze. You put the egg glaze on before you put it in the oven. And when you put it in the oven, the egg glaze is to make it have a nice golden brown color to it. And you just want to brush on a little bit.
That's two.
You put the empanadas in a 400-degree oven. Cook for 15 minutes or until golden brown. And if you had APA in 6th grade, you can use your oven cracker. And here is what the empanadas look like.